Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.
Good evening. Welcome to South Asia Newsline. I am Uzma Jafri. Here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Friday, the 19th of July. Millions affected as floods ravage India's Assam and Bihar. At least 8 killed in blast near Afghan University. And Pakistan to grant consular access to Kulbhushan Jadhav. And now for all the details. The flood situation in Indian provinces of Assam and Bihar remains grim, with millions of people affected due to the floods. Though most of the rivers in Assam are receding, the death toll in Bihar floods has climbed to 67.
The flood situation in India's northeastern Assam and eastern Bihar province remains grim, with millions of people displaced and many humans and animals dead. The Assam government has intensified relief and rescue measures in flood-hit areas, and disaster management forces continue to rescue locals who are stuck in floods. Normal life continues to be affected as several parts of Assam province are still inundated due to heavy floods. Millions of people in 29 districts are reeling under the fury of flood, though most of the rivers are receding.
अभी डेंजर लेवल का अभी तो डेंजर ऊपर में पानी चल रहा है. अभी 49 पॉइंट अभी चल रहा है 91. अभी हम लोग का डेंजर लेवल है 49.680. अभी डेंजर लेवल का ऊपर में पानी चल रहा है. थोड़ा बाद में डेंजर लेवल निकल जाएगा. पर आवर में 4, 5, 3 ऐसे घट रहा है पानी.
Normal life has also been disrupted in Bihar province due to floods. Dozens of villages in Madhubani district of Bihar are flooded following heavy rainfall in the area. The death toll in Bihar floods caused due to torrential rainfall in the catchment areas of Nepal over the weekend has climbed to 67 as rescuers reached further into flood-hit areas.
In news from Afghanistan, at least 8 people were killed and several wounded in an explosion near Kabul University in the Afghan capital on Friday. This came a day after Taliban militants set off 2 car bombs outside police headquarters in Kandahar city, killing at least 12 and wounding more than 80 people.
An explosion on Friday near a gate to the campus of Kabul University in the Afghan capital killed at least 8 people and wounded at least 33 as students waited to take an examination, officials said. An Interior Ministry official said a vehicle caught fire after the explosion caused by a sticky bomb, a common threat in Kabul where insurgents often stick explosives under vehicles. A police team defused a second bomb placed near the explosion site, Kabul police spokesperson Farah Marz Firdaus said.
می‌خواستیم بریم نزدیکی دروازه بودیم که یک صدا شد دیگه باز ما کنار دروازه بودیم در این طرف روبروی دروازه این بغل سرک چی شد انفجار شد باز دیگه 2 موتر در گرفت کشته و زخمی شد.
There was no immediate claim of responsibility for the blast, which came just hours after Taliban militants set off 2 car bombs outside police headquarters in southern Kandahar city, killing at least 12 and wounding more than 80 people. Violence has continued in Afghanistan despite several rounds of talks between the US and the Taliban to reach a peace deal since late last year.
More on news from Afghanistan. Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai on Thursday said that Afghans want peace but not external deals on their soil between the US and other countries. This comes as US Special Peace Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad touted recent progress made during peace negotiations with Taliban this month in Doha.
Former Afghan President Hamid Karzai on Thursday said that Afghans want peace but not external deals on their soil between the US and other countries. Addressing a gathering in Kabul, he was of the view that Afghans know that the US and Pakistan have an important role in the peace process because they started the war and they must end it. He called on the United States and its allies to get Afghanistan's neighbors full trust in the peace process.
جنگ در خاک ماست و در خاتمش ما هم باید دست داشته باشیم. ما حق افغانستان و صاحب بودن افغانستان در این پروسه لازمه حتمی صلح و رسیدن به افغانستان آبرومند میدانیم.
This comes as US Special Peace Envoy Zalmay Khalilzad touted recent progress made during peace negotiations with Taliban this month in Doha. The peace agreement is based on 4 central pillars, including a withdrawal of US troops from Afghanistan.
Pakistan has agreed to grant consular access to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav. This comes after International Court of Justice on July 17 pointed out in its verdict that Pakistan violated the Vienna Convention by not granting consular access to Jadhav, who was given a death sentence by a Pakistani military court in 2017.
Pakistan has agreed to grant consular access to Indian national Kulbhushan Jadhav, acting on the International Court of Justice ruling, the Pakistan's Foreign Office said. In a statement on Thursday, the Pakistan's Foreign Office said that it has informed Jadhav of his rights to consular access under the Vienna Convention. The statement, however, said that consular access will be granted according to the Pakistani laws. The World Court pointed out in its verdict on July 17 that Pakistan violated the Vienna Convention by not granting consular access to Jadhav, who was given a death sentence by a Pakistani military court in 2017. The World Court, in its 42-page verdict, also ordered Pakistan to review the death penalty given to Jadhav. India had approached to ICJ after Pakistan had refused to allow Indian officials to meet Jadhav ever since his arrest in March 2016 for alleged espionage.
More on news from Pakistan. Pakistan in recent years has seen a rise in profile cases highlighting violence against women. A 2019 study suggests that an estimated 30 to 40% of women in Pakistan have suffered from abuse. Pakistan now is going to set up more than 1,000 courts dedicated to tackling violence against women.
Pakistan is to set up more than 1,000 courts dedicated to tackling violence against women, the Chief Justice of Pakistan has announced. The new courts will operate in existing courthouses but will hold domestic violence hearings separately from other cases, which would allow victims to speak out without fear of retaliation. According to a study carried out in 2019 by Human Rights Watch, an estimated 30 to 40% of women in Pakistan have suffered from abuse. Reports suggest that more than 5,000 women are killed every year from domestic violence. Experts say this is only the tip of the iceberg and the number of unreported cases may be much higher.
पाकिस्तान के अंदर इस तरीके से कि हम जिस माशरे के अंदर रहते हैं वहाँ पे एक बच्चे की ख्वाहिश होती और एक अभी जो बच्ची पैदा नहीं हुई होती तो हम उसके अगेंस्ट हो जाते हैं. तो ये बिफोर द बर्थ है और आफ्टर द डेथ कि अगर वो डेथ उसकी हो जाती है तो उसके जो लीगल हेयर हैं, जो एक्चुअल लीगल हेयर हैं, उनको हम जो है वो वायलेंस करते हुए.
25-year-old Bilal Malik was born in the southern Punjab city of Multan. He was forced to leave his home owing to his family's abusive behavior towards him and his wife Sonia. Sonia comes from a more destitute background and was beaten up several times.
घर वाले चाहते थे कि बेटे हों, बेटियां ना हों, सारे चाहते थे. तो हम बेटियां पैदा हुई थी तो थोड़ी मैं बड़ी हुई ना, मैं बच्ची थी ना, बच्ची में शादी हो गई थी तो कम उम्र में शादी हुई. मैं वहाँ से वही ससुराल वाले भी फिर ऐसे करते थे, जुल्म करते थे बहुत ज़्यादा.
In Pakistan, the past decade has seen a rise in the high-profile cases highlighting violence against women, which has prompted human rights activists, civil society and politicians to mount pressure on the government to address the issue. Many believe the performance of such dedicated courts will be much better than other courts as they will allow women to confidentially speak up against gender-based violence.
Moving on to news from Nepal. One of the 5 persons who were injured in Thursday's blast in a hotel in Nepal's Dhangarhi city succumbed to his injuries. The deceased has been identified as a former Maoist rebel who himself carried out the explosion.
One of the 5 persons who were injured in a bomb explosion at a hotel in Nepal's Dhangarhi city succumbed to his injuries, police said on Friday. Police identified the person as Ram Bahadur Singh, a former Maoist rebel who entered the hotel for a cup of tea on Thursday and detonated an improvised explosive device or IED that he carried inside a tiffin box. The banned Nepal Communist Party led by Netra Bikram Chandra in a statement on Friday claimed responsibility for the blast. The group claimed Ram Bahadur Singh as its cadre and said that he had carried the bomb on his backpack as defense measure. The banned party has blamed Prime Minister KP Sharma Oli-led government responsible behind the incident. Police has also recovered a Chinese pistol, 1 tester and a notebook from Singh's bag. With the blast, security in the district has been increased and the probe into the incident is underway.
A 2-day seminar was organized in India's Jammu and Kashmir province to introduce a new form of martial arts from Korea to the youth. Local players, including both girls and boys, participated in the training given by Iranian coaches.
A 2-day seminar to introduce a new form of martial arts named Hanguldo was recently organized in Srinagar city of India's Jammu and Kashmir province. The first of its kind event in the Kashmir Valley witnessed participation of martial art lovers, including both boys and girls who were trained by Iranian coaches at the Sher-e-Kashmir Indoor Stadium. Hanguldo is a Korean game which is very popular worldwide for its self-defense techniques.
मैंने अपने ज़ाती तौर पे ये रियलाइज़ किया है कि जैसे अप टू डेट गेम्स हो रही है वैसे हमने इस चीज़ में देखा है. इसमें 4 चैप्टर्स हमें सिखाए गए हैं. एक सेल्फ डिफेंस सिखाया गया है, एक सवर्ड सिखाया गया है जिसको शमशेर रीजन बताया जाता है, एक फाइटिंग सिखाया गया है और एक वुड स्टिक्स जिसको बोलते हैं अटैक करने के लिए सिखाया गया है.
पिछले साल से मिक्स मार्शल आर्ट खेलती जा रही हूँ, लेकिन आज इंडोर स्टेडियम में एक ऐसी गेम मतलब इंट्रोड्यूस हुई है जो सेल्फ डिफेंस लड़कियों के लिए कर सकती है. टैलेंटेड मतलब हम अपना टैलेंट दिखा सकते हैं इस गेम में.
Local players in Kashmir Valley are participating and appreciating the steps taken by the authorities as they aim to enhance their sporting skills and make their career in sports. Authorities have been organizing such events regularly to encourage more and more youths towards sports.
Scores of devotees congregated at the famous Golden Temple in northern India to offer prayers and to eat from the community kitchen, which served a special sweet dish on Thursday to mark the beginning of the month of monsoon. The community kitchen serves free food to thousands of people every day.
Scores of devotees on Thursday flocked to the famous Golden Temple in India's Amritsar city to offer prayers and to eat from langar, a community kitchen which serves free food to thousands of people on a daily basis at the holiest shrine of Sikhism. Devotees who came for the langar were served malpua or pura, an Indian dish made of flour and jaggery, and kheer, a sweet dish made of rice, sugar and milk, to mark Sawan, the month of monsoon. Chief Secretary of Shiromani Gurdwara Prabandhak Committee or SGPC, the apex body of Sikh shrines, said that special dishes are prepared in the kitchen every day, which can be eaten by one and all.
एक साडे पंजाबी कल्चर दी ट्रेडिशन है कि इन्हां दिनां दे विच जिहड़े पूड़े आ खीर आ ਉਹ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਤੌਰ ਤੇ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੀ ਜਾਂਦੀ ਆ. ਸੱਚਖੰਡ ਸ੍ਰੀ ਹਰਿਮੰਦਰ ਸਾਹਿਬ ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਗੁਰੂ ਰਾਮਦਾਸ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਪਾਤਸ਼ਾਹ ਜੀ ਦਾ ਲੰਗਰ ਸਥਾਨ ਆ, ਇੱਥੇ ਦੇਸ਼ ਦੁਨੀਆ ਤੋਂ ਬਹੁਤ ਗੱਡੀ ਗਿਣਤੀ 'ਚ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਆਉਂਦੀਆਂ ਨੇ ਤੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਹੂਲਤ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਸੰਗਤਾਂ ਵਾਸਤੇ ਹਰ ਤਰ੍ਹਾਂ ਦੇ ਉਹ ਪਕਵਾਨ ਤਿਆਰ ਕੀਤੇ ਜਾਂਦੇ ਨੇ ਜਿਹੜੇ ਸਾਰੇ ਹੀ ਛਕ ਸਕਣ ਇਹਨਾਂ ਵਿਸ਼ੇਸ਼ ਦਿਨਾਂ ਤੇ ਵੀ.
Reportedly, an estimated 5,000 volunteers work in the community kitchen of the Golden Temple every day for hours to ensure that no visitor goes back hungry. The kitchen feeds around 100,000 people every day. The number reportedly doubles on weekends and special occasions.
Well, that's all we have for you from South Asia this evening. Now our viewers can watch the show on SouthAsiaNewsline.com. You can also visit us on facebook.com/SAsiaNewsline and follow us on Twitter @SAsiaNewsline. That's all in tonight's edition. We will see you same time next week. Have a great weekend. Good night.
Tag TV brings you daily news bulletin from India. Breaking news and views from India.